Toyota practically wrote the book on hybrid technology when they introduced the Prius over 2 decades ago. And the gasoline-electric powertrain continues to be an important part of their lineups today, especially over at Lexus, where nearly every one of their cars and crossovers offers one, including this all-new compact-sized NX.
Grecian Water, that's the name of this blue hue, one of 3 new NX colors. And it's indeed very blue, stirring up lots of conversation this week. It speaks to the youth movement going on at Lexus, where they're positioning models like this NX to attract new shoppers to the brand. With a sub $40,000 starting MSRP, NX is the small SUV for those who require more panache than a RAV4 provides. And then the question becomes, should I get the hybrid? Called the NX 350H and equipped with standard all-wheel drive, it carries a $1,600 price premium over the base gas-only NX 250 all-wheel drive, while producing more power, significantly hastening pace, and vastly improving fuel efficiency, an 86% uptick in city-type driving. EPA rated at 41 mpg city, 37 highway, this new hybrid topples the economy figures of the old NX 300H, rising from the previous 31 mpg to 39 mpg in combined driving. There is one caveat. The previous generation hybrid didn't recommend premium gas. This one does. Longer and taller with more cargo volume behind the rear seats, the new NX Hybrid is also lighter, provides more towing capability of up to 2,000 pounds, and is far quicker than its predecessor. This one utilizes the company's latest 2.5-liter 4-cylinder gas engine and an electric motor at each axle to cooperatively drive the wheels. And the battery storing the electricity has been modernized to a lithium-ion pack. The combined upgrades result in a large jump to 239 total system horsepower and an even more impressive reduction in the 0 to 60 time, from 9.1 to 7.2 seconds. Now, it's been almost 7 years since I last drove an NX hybrid, but this one stands out as being far more rewarding from the helm.
The most unexpected aspect of this NX for me is just how polished and sophisticated the drive feels. Now, it's not a sports model by any means, but this taut body, the firm but forgiving suspension, and the heavily weighted steering are definitely giving off F-Sport vibes. It's clearly evident that Lexus wanted to imbue this NX with some driving swagger, and they have definitely succeeded. It's really firm, yet Lexus comfortable. Interacting with these steering wheel switches, however, is a completely different matter.
When it comes to tech, Lexus just can't seem to get out of its own way. Take, for example, these touchpads on both sides of the steering wheel. The reason they're fairly ambiguous is because they're just controllers for what's being projected onto the head-up display, much like using a remote control to move around a smart TV. I will say that it's become more agreeable as the week has progressed, but I don't view it as being either easier or safer than the old way, especially when trying to speak to Siri. Non-smartphone related verbal interactions, though, are simpler to engage by merely calling out for Lexus.
Having a bit of trouble warming to this new Lexus interface. On the plus side, it is a touchscreen now and not mouse controlled like before. It's big and easy to reach, and it houses a lot of cool features like cloud-based navigation for more accurate directions and wireless phone projection. But every operation I attempt feels like pulling taffy, whether it's changing the radio station, the climate controls, or looking for specific vehicle settings. It's arduous. And the Atari-like bonging sound has been updated, but it still sounds pretty bad. Admittedly, Lexus says the best way to interact with this system is to do this. Hey Lexus. Hey Lexus.
What do you want to do?
But I'm not sure that's how I want to interact with the system.
Like, why when I press the audio icon would the next screen ask if I'd like to enable audio? And I've spent way too long trying to find the setting that overrides the music when Siri is talking to me. Changing radio stations and setting presets? Yeah, have fun with that. But I'll give the Navi some love for its ease of use and the way Apple Maps fully integrates into the driver's displays. The parking assistant and camera views are also nicely executed. Do note though, and this isn't a Lexus issue, iPhone 13 Pro users will find that the wireless charge pad doesn't jive with the device's protruding camera lenses, so I haven't had any success in using this. And despite numerous ambient lighting themes, Lexus keeps them very understated, to the point where they're barely noticeable. Nothing like what is found in a Mercedes. That being said, this heavily optioned NX luxury grade is chock full of high-end features and conveniences that lend credence and even a bit of bargain to its $56,610 as tested price. Items such as a new digital key that can replace the fob with a smartphone app, the very detailed head-up display with various safety warnings, and a panoramic roof, an NX First, project a lavish ambiance. A 17-speaker Mark Levinson audio system, Climate Concierge, which automatically operates the seat heaters and ventilators and heated steering wheel according to a number of sensors, and every safety measure and warning system imaginable highlight the added goodies. Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0 even includes protectors I've never heard of, like risk avoidance emergency steer assist and left turn oncoming vehicle detection. So you're basically riding around in a bubble. Grab the handle and it doesn't spring back. The touchpad on the inside unlocks and opens the door. The seating position is higher than normal for a small crossover, so the driver sits controllingly elevated with an expansive vantage point. A rear view camera mirror aids in that as well. Supreme occupant comfort is courtesy of the cushiony leather trimmed seats, welcoming ergonomics, and rich touch points. Of course, it's quiet with lots of sound deadening, especially when the hybrid electronics kill the engine and use electricity alone. The NX just has it when it comes to the handshake between car and driver, sowing the seeds of camaraderie with each journey. And because the eCVT doesn't infringe upon the likable drive, the NX has won me over, hybrid and all. Eco, normal, and sport drive modes are a well-positioned dial turn away. There's even a trail mode to control spinning wheels, though despite this year's added inch of ground clearance, Lexus advises against off-road use. Passenger space has been squeezed in some measurements just a bit, but these rear seats offer up more than enough room for kids and adults alike. This tablet holder is a $110 option. The seats also recline but don't slide as the battery is positioned underneath. Power folding seats are an unexpected get in this segment and even operate with just one touch, but cargo volume has decreased with them flattened and by more than just a little bit. They also power back to upright. Under the rear floor is a large cubby, and it's also where to find the 12-volt battery. The NX is also offered as a plug-in hybrid with 37 miles of EV driving and a 550-mile range, something to consider. But this standard hybrid, despite some warts on the human-machine interface, is one I have no trouble recommending. I've come to appreciate its complete personality more and more with each drive. It looks sharp, takes care of its occupants, and delivers on the hybrid promise of big fuel savings. For TopSpeed.com, I'm Steve Hammis.